Namaste. I am Samir Shah. I've been a logistician, freight forwarder, custom broker. I've been involved in a lot of activities on policy strategy with the government of India and at international forums. I inherited this company from my father and my brother a few years back. So that was the legacy I got. I always wonder, what is legacy? Legacy is not what I leave behind, but what I leave behind has to be created. So for me, legacy is a life thing which is being created. My legacy, as I look at it, is my family of over 100 staff, many of whom have been with me for over 20 years. They're all in their 40s. I am in my 60s. And we have more than 50 clients who have an average life with us of around 35 years. Once I entered my 60s and I realized that I did not have a generation after me, it was very important for me to think about my extended family, about my clients, because without these two very major contributors, I would not have been where I am. This prompted us to have a lot of discussions within the family, and subsequently we felt that out of the two options which were in front of us, one was to close down and another was to think ahead and think of all these people who have trusted us as a family about their future. With this in mind, I approached Bhavin and he was kind enough to help me configure and structure our thought processes. We looked around, and some very old friends of ours who were looking at expanding in this part of India were the right choice for us as partners. So we merged our companies into a new entity, and this entity, I'm very happy to say, has an experience of nearly 200 years. We bring in around 68 years ourselves, and they bring in around 124 years. With both the families being in leadership positions at the various associations, both the families are very much concerned about their staff, about the welfare of the staff, and more importantly, about their individual career growths. So it was a wonderful mix for us. We are both working in the same segment. We, as the JPS family, besides being in a position to look after our staff and our clients, also get an opportunity to look at other logistic products which we were not working in. One is we can open up various offices in Gujarat. We can look at coastal movements, we can look at warehousing, we can look at 3PL, 4PL. The opportunities are enormous. My recommendation to anybody who's looking at a genuine growth, either grow yourself or think of partnering with somebody who will have a lot of synergy with you. Ensure that your working principles are the same, your thinking is aligned. All the rest can be looked after afterwards. But don't get into something like this just because everyone else is getting it. It has its plus points, it has its minus points. You will have highs, you will have lows. You will have a lot of people talking about it. You will have people talking negatively about it. You will have people encouraging you and telling you it's the right decision. But since it would be your decision, it would always be right. If I can talk about Bhavin and his team, we were never very, what word I should use? We were a very organized, systematic company, but we never looked at a big growth. We were happy where we were. So they had to actually hold our hand to help us structure it legally so that a merger became easy. We must have asked them innumerable questions, some very stupid, some very basic, and some, of course, which made them also think. But in all these journeys, what we noticed was that there was a readiness on their part to participate in every discussion, to hold our hand. And in those places where I asked them very difficult questions, they did show a readiness and a humility that we'll get back to you. This entire relationship with Bhavin and his team and with our new partners has been a very short journey. We could do everything in less than 4 months' time, which I'm told is quite unlikely for other people to be able to achieve. But I think all of it in that, the role played by our team, especially Bhavin and his associates, I think they played a very big role. We all look forward to a great future, and I would genuinely recommend Bhavin and his team to somebody who wants to look at these things. Would I advise people to do it or would I not advise people? I would leave it to them. It is a very individual decision. It's a very personal decision. You have your own family associated with it. You have to consider how they are talking about you with their friends, with their stakeholders, with their colleagues. It changes a lot of things. So, unless you are mentally prepared, emotionally prepared to undergo all these changes, you should not get into. For us, it wasn't very difficult because as a family, we had thought about this very clearly and we were very clear that our responsibility was towards the legacy that the family had created, which primarily comprised of our clients, our staff, and all our vendors and associates. I'd like to wish all of you a great future and once again thank Bhavin and his team. Thank you.